Hi, and welcome back to Gavin Sonex B. So we're stripping the engine to pieces at the moment. I've just taken the first head off and it's good news so far. It's amazing what you don't remember when you're putting it together, or what you didn't look at. I've got the head on the bench and had a look down the bores at the top of the pistons, and there's no marks on anything in there because if I turn you round, there we go. We're looking inside the two pistons, and I haven't really cleaned them very well. They've got dirty marks where I was pushing them in with my fingers, but anyway. There's no metallic dents in the top of those, and you couldn't get them anyway, because actually looking at the design of the head, which I've never really studied before, there's quite a significant difference between where the piston stops, which is shy of the head gasket there, and the actual valves themselves. They don't depress that far. Therefore they will, it doesn't matter whether they're fully depressed, fully open, when the piston comes up anyway, they will never touch. So that's one theory out of the way, and probably the worst thing that could have happened. So that hasn't happened, so that's good in a bad kind of way. It means I've got to take it apart even more. So I'll get on and remove the two cylinders. That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to remove the two cylinders, remove them with the pistons in them, the same way that they were put on originally, because I don't want to have to compress all the piston rings back in again. It's a pain in the arse. So I'll just pull them out a little bit with the conrod in the right position for each one, and then pull out the pin that holds the end of the conrod to the piston, and then we'll have a quick look inside and see if we can see what's going on. More later. So fast forward a couple of weeks, and this is the first chance I've had to do anything to the engine. So I did pull the cylinders out on one side and removed them. Had a look inside, couldn't see anything particularly interesting. So I thought, it's no point messing about. I'm going to have to take the whole thing to pieces. So I removed the other two cylinders and then split the crankcase apart, which was not that difficult, and it is at the moment as you can see it. So there we go, we have one half of the crankcase with the crankshaft and the camshaft sitting in it. The good news was that, well, the good news and the bad news, I suppose. I keep saying it's good news, but it means I've got to look somewhere else. The camshaft and crankshaft were synchronized correctly, everything lined up. It's not in the right position to show you at the moment, but it was lined up, and can't really see anything that would account for the noise. Nothing visually out of place or any damage anywhere, and that's the same with the other half. So the only thing I can do is to take it completely to pieces, wipe all the grease off everything, and basically start again. Maybe once I've stripped it all down and removed the grease, something will jump out at me. I mean, obviously I can't see everywhere inside the crankcase at the moment, but to be quite honest, I don't think that that's what's causing it. The one thing that does kind of make the same noise is there's a little bit of backlash on the cam drive. And that kind of sounds like the noise that was coming out of it. It was going. And I'm wondering whether or not it's something to do, because it only does it when the push rods and the rockers are on, and there's obviously some spring force on the push rods down onto the cam followers and onto the camshaft. And I'm just wondering whether there's a point in the camshaft travel where the spring tension actually for a split second puts a reverse, I don't know what you'd call it, it's trying to push the camshaft forward at one moment and then trying to push the camshaft backwards the next moment, if that kind of makes any sense, as you go over the top of the cam lobes. But I don't remember hearing that or experiencing that on any of the other engines that I've built, and I've built a few. So I am at a loss at the moment. So anyway, the next task is to literally take it all to pieces and clean it all up and just check that nothing has been interfering, touching, wearing away, all those kinds of things. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Time is of the essence at the moment. Here we're very busy, not been getting much time, if any, to work on the aircraft. The 1 or 2 hours that I have managed to put to one side, I've been flying the other airplane because I need to get my hours up, because at the moment my license only allows me to fly on my own. In France you have to do a certain number of hours solo before they'll let you take passengers. So I'm trying to make that time up. I've got about 20 hours solo at the moment, and I'm hoping that if I put another 10 on, the instructor might sign me off, which would be nice. I might go flying tomorrow because it's a good day tomorrow, and as long as I go in the morning, it's a little bit too thermally in the afternoons here. It gets very bumpy because it gets very hot. I mean, it's up to sort of 30 odd degrees C during the afternoon, so it's better to go first thing in the morning when it's calm and less buffeting. And I might go to Le Bourne tomorrow. That's a small airport not far away, or airstrip not far away from here, about a 40-minute flight, I suppose. So that'll stick another hour and a half on, won't it? Anyway, and then hopefully I'll be able to get on with taking this engine apart, checking it, and then putting it all back together just to have the same noise happen again. I can see it coming. If anybody else has got any good suggestions, let me know. I've probably just wasted, I think it took me 5 hours to take it apart. I mean, there's a lot of bits. All just to put it all back together again. Anyway, I'll upload this and we'll continue on with the saga another day. See you soon.